Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for checking in on me once again. I wanted to do another quick art update. So, as Feral Human mentioned in the comments of the last video that he was looking forward to lesson 19. So, went ahead and did lesson 19 today. It was on finding form, finding shape, human faces using geometric form. So basically, it's the taking steps to to illustrate a face, starting with geometric shapes and then kind of working from there. So we just did a couple just very basic things like this, like with this one here, it was just starting with basically a triangle and sphere, and then using the shading from the last couple episodes that we've been, last couple of lessons that had to do with cast shadows and mid-tone and all that. So basically just using that and then erasing it, and as you go along, and morphing it into the shape of an actual human face, or like in this case we were doing like eyelash and the shape of an eye, and then here we were just working on trying to do basic sphere of a head. It's interesting because for me, when I started drawing, it was purely just copying what I saw. So like the drawing that I showed before of Yoda or Darth Vader or Rey, like I was looking at a picture and just copying what I saw, and that's pretty basic. Just when you're learning, you just try to copy, but the lessons really try to force you to create organically, and that's sort of the idea with geometric shapes. Is you take basic shapes that we kind of know, and then you erase and restructure it into a recognizable face. It goes against the grain of everything that I've done up until the class, which is just basically copying what I see and then drawing it. When you're drawing and then erasing and then redrawing it feels a little bit more tedious, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But anyway, that was 19 in a nutshell. What I really wanted to show, and I'm a little bit nervous because this is a definitely not a professional level drawing, but kind of with the shadow training that we've been doing the last 3 levels, and then using geometric shapes to create a face. It kind of gave me the idea of doing the theme, continuing with a face. So I went ahead and did somebody that I really look up to, and who actually is one of the big things, one of the people that really got me into doing my own YouTube channel. And actually, I think that many of the subscribers that I have now came because of this person, because of a video response video that I did. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and just show it really quick here. So that's Beau, and it says Rule 303: if you have the means, you have the responsibility. So I don't want to hold it up there too long. I don't want to give you time to pick at all the bad, the incorrect aspects of it. It's interesting. Like when I do my own art, sometimes it looks better in person, and sometimes it looks better on picture, and I'm not sure yet which one looks better, because sometimes I look at it and I'm like, oh, that looks pretty good, and then other times I'm like, it's not so great. But it took me a long time. I worked on it today for several hours, and I definitely, as I get better, I think I will revisit that and try to make it better for somebody that I admire so much, or I would want to give my best effort for that. I will say that the actual process of drawing him was quite easy at the outset. I think that if it's somebody that I really respect and admire, like my picture of Robin Williams that I did last year, same kind of thing. Robin Williams was my childhood hero growing up. And so it kind of came easy to me, and I kind of felt that way with the Beau picture. I will say that Beau has a beard, and also he does his podcast out of his garage, so there's a lot of lighting, there's a lot of cast shadows and things like that. So it was definitely a complex drawing, but it was good practice, I think, taking into account like what I've been learning about the shading and stuff. So I'll show it again one more time really quick. Maybe I'll kind of like move it around a little bit, so that you don't get too much of a look at it, because I definitely think it needs some work, but I do think that I captured his likeness, I think. Again, shading is it's difficult. It'll make or break a drawing. And it's a fine line, between overshading and undershading. With a picture like with Beau, or even like with Yoda, the shading is so important because it creates that definition of the subject. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I'll keep it short. That was lesson 19. I'm going to continue to try to improve, and I'll post updates as I go along. But I hope you liked it. I hope you liked the drawing. I hope that Beau would be proud and not offended or bothered by it. Honestly, the reason why I was inspired to draw Beau today was because he missed a day, and I actually saw on his Twitter today he had posted that it was just because the internet was out, and he said that he thought it was funny that he goes one day without posting and people think he's dead. So because of that, that kind of inspired me to do him for the drawing today, and then by the time I was working on it, like about halfway through, he had gone ahead and posted. So he did do a video today. It was a very good video, as they all are. So anyway, I'll leave it at that. Someday I will revisit this drawing, and it will be even better, much better, hopefully, than it is right now. But again, thanks a lot for checking in on me. I'll be catching up with you all again really soon. Have a great rest of your day, and remember, don't be afraid to question the consensus.